Hello! Welcome back. This is TPG in the Gaming League. Our second match. I tried to record the first match and it all blew up, but connection issues and stuff with our players meant it didn't go our way really anyway. We did have some nice goals that I wish I'd caught. But yeah, hopefully this one. We had connection issues last game, so hopefully this game everything will go smoothly and we can show them what we're made of. So the guys have just invited their opponent, so we should be good to go very soon. I turned the Rocket League music off because I get copyright issues for the last video. So that's why it's a bit quiet. Keep it on the chat. Everyone's ready. Oh, I'm excited. The first thing was really good to watch. I'd say it was riddled with ping and connection issues by some of our players, but the glimpses we got were absolutely extraordinary, and I'm genuinely buzzing for this. Hopefully, I won't join the game by accident, and I'll keep in spectate because this isn't our league. It's in the TPG league. It's the Indie Gaming League. We've just got a team in there, so I don't want to fuck about. It looks like we're joining. You can't see because my face is in the way, but we're joining. So we are TPG, of course. I haven't saw the team name of who we're up against yet. Shadows. I'm in spectate. Get rid of the bar at the bottom, and we're ready to go! So for game 1 of 3, I think they've just messed up there because it is a best of 5, so I think they've messed up setting it up. Already high paced, very high paced already. I'm gonna have to try and align my head into the game to get the commentary. Actually, Shadows making a nice attack to start off with. Sincerity doing well to get to that ball and get a bump there on one of our players. So they have a good start by Shadows there. Nice pass and then follow up with a bump on Pav, who was doing well positioned in goal there, but just couldn't avoid the bump coming in. So let's see, we got another kick-off here. Nice hit by Pav. And actually what we saw in the first series of Voidgel was we didn't do too well in the first game, but the second game we really started to figure out our opponents. And from what I saw of our team, and in the different tournaments I've watched them in and played with, they're very smart and they're very good at getting into games by figuring out what the opponent does. Again, Shift, nice hit off the wall to beat the first defender, but he gets to the second one. Sincerity misses the ball, Jingo up there. Again, going for the, I think it was Sincerity that got the bump and play for the goal, and he's going for the bump, so he's obviously quite an aggressive geezer. Cabbage is trying to knock it up, but Shift getting a good dunk. Defender's right there though, ball's back and forth. Pab coming off the top of the goal, almost goes into the corner, but we get the save there. Sigmoid kicking it up. Pav in defense. Looks like he struggled a bit there, but we Sincerity gets the clear. Oh, it was almost a goal. It was almost a goal. Very nice. I got confused actually. I didn't really know what's going on. I need to get into this game myself. It's a good job I'm not playing it. Jingo keeping the pressure on in the corner. Another good clear, but Pav's on rotation. He goes for the shot. Oh, and it's lovely. Defenders couldn't do anything about it. I'm not sure what went wrong with Shadow's rotation there, but it was a nice shot in the middle of the goal. Got the guys defending the corners and gets the 1-1 to bring it level. So we've already got back into this game quite quickly, and our team's looking very impressive already. Pav, very good kick off there. Jingo, he gets a good hit, couldn't get over it though because it's a fast bounce. Swift in there for the shot. Oh, right into the top corner. Go on, Shift. Shift, I'm becoming a fan of Shift. He did really well in the TPG 1v1 King of the Hill game he did against Pav. In fact, both of them did really well. Considering I was placed in the same division as them, they would both smash me easy. And so I'm quite a fan of Shift at the minute. He's shown a lot. Unlucky there to miss on the kickoff, giving Shadow an easy goal really. He does go for somewhat of a fast one. It looked like it was an intentional fake. It just didn't quite work out as the ball got hit to the side. But you've got to speculate to accumulate. Another good kick-off. Pav on the follow-up, knocking it into the corner, back into the middle. Shift, lovely hit. Oh, and another goal in the corner. Now that's it. I say all three of our shots probably haven't been too powerful, but they've been right where they need to be to get away from the defenders. And actually both of them last two goals have had me on the edge thinking they were wide, but they're bopped in. Guys know what they're doing. Obviously a couple of warm-up games have done them well. And again with a nice kick-off, Pav following it up. Obviously got technique there, Shadow aren't quite onto it yet. Shift on the follow-up, nice backboard clearance, but Jingo's swinging in. Misses it, but it's okay because he trusts his teammates on the rotation, and actually the miss might catch the defenders off. Pav gets the good shot, but there's a clear, Jingo's turning on it. Knocks it back up the wall, can he get a good clear here? Hits it off the roof, straight to Shift, who takes a big blast off the backboard. Oh, and then goes in for the demo. Pav gets a nice shot, just not quite the... it's on target, but not quite venom enough to get past. Shift passes it back to Jingo, keeping the pressure on here into the corner. Looks like Cabbage has got a bit of time to clear, so he fought, but our TPG team are in fast. Shift again, big kick, right up towards the goal. Keeps the defenders in difficult position. Yes! TPG! This is Rocket League. Look at that, Shift doing it on his own up there and then for the double tap. This is incredible. Our guys are on fire at the minute. Shadows going. Pav on the kick-off, Jingo on the follow-up this time. Pav's going to turn around for boost, so Jingo left for him. Obviously, calculated plays. Sincerity getting a good kick-up off the pass, but Shift's there, knock it into the corner. Followed up by Jingo. Shift again, up off the wall, knocked it down back towards Jingo. He's going to leave it for Pav to get a big hit up. Back towards Shift, lovely passing plays. These guys are quite on it. Sincerity getting a nice clear. Oh, the ball chips over him, but he gets the demo to disrupt TPG's play. And gets another demo. These Shadows are vicious, mate, vicious. I wonder if it was the same guy, I didn't catch the name, but one of them has definitely been on it. Getting a nice attack there, but it was a lovely bicycle kick to get the ball out into relative safety. But as I say, relative, when Pav's jumping off the wall like that, almost gets the hit. But again, TPG, our guys are trusting the rotations because they've been playing with each other, been warming up. And again, Pav knocks it back to Shift. He gets a nice kick up. He's going to follow it. Ball comes into the middle. Cabbages misses it, but no one from TPG attacks at the minute. Pav comes in the corner, keeps the ball upfield and dangerous. Strango gets the follow-up. Pav's going back for corner boost. I think Shift should be able to swing in now. Keep the pressure on. He gets a lovely hit, knocks it into the middle. He might be able to get the follow-up here. Oh, and they're both double commit. I don't know if either of them would have got it, but Jingo's there on the first. Oh, and you know, you can trust a double commit if you got the rotation. Shift coming in, always getting the goal. Players back into defence already. And we're keeping this tight. We're keeping it professional. We're keeping it nice. Jingo again. A lot of pressure on the goal. And Pav gets it. Oh. I'm so proud of these right now. This is absolutely beautiful play. As you can see, even when you've got the double commit on attack that doesn't work out, we've got the rotations to cover it, and the boys are back in defence, back on rotation, back keeping pressure and keeping the goals. I mean, touch wood, we haven't really made a mistake yet. And I did touch wood, so no jinxes here. Shift coming in from the kick-off. Our kick-off game's improved so much from the last series I watched. Pav coming in, can't get it, but Jingo's back in defence. Manages to clear the ball back upfield. Sincerity knocking it in. Double commit on defence, but they do get to the ball and Jingo's there to keep it safe. Bad touch from Shadows there, but they managed to get away with it. Shift coming off the wall for the clear. Can he get a second touch on it? The defence is quick, but he's gone in for the beat. Oh, he didn't quite get the boost still, but because Sincerity went for the boost, he almost left the goal open. It was just off the corner. Nice little chip there. This is it. The composure by our lads to go for these little chips rather than just blasting it at goal. Sincerity, he's taking control, but he's knocking it in front of his own goal. And we get a 6th goal. That's got to be great for our guys' confidence there. And you can see that the Shadows seem to be getting a little bit frustrated, a little bit flustered. They might be able to compose themselves in between these two games here. But they're going to have to by the looks of it because we're running rings around them. I mean, I kind of hope they do. Because obviously good games are good games. But we want our boys to win. And at the minute, they look pretty unstoppable. So that's 1 goal to 1 game to TPG. As I say, I think they set it up as a best of 3 by accident, but it is a best of 5. So I imagine they will just set up some games after the fact. Everyone agrees. I think it's just a slight mix-up on the setup. Hopefully they're okay with us playing like this, even though it was set up wrong. I mean, it doesn't make that much difference. We've got it all recorded anyway, so there can't be any arguments. We can just play it in the other games. Hopefully they won't kick up with us. I think generally people they're not looking to get wins or whatever out of technicalities. Everyone seems to be quite honest in my experience of Rocket League competitive, so I'm sure they'll just carry on. Let's spectate and then get rid of the bottom menu, and we're going into game 2 for the best of 5. Even though it says best of 3, it's best of 5 as we just discussed. We have won the first game, so if we win this one, we'll only be one off. Cabbages coming in more aggressive on the kickoff this time. We did quite well on the kickoffs. Again, maybe a little bit too aggressive. Sincerity coming in again. He does seem like the wild card going in for demos and plays that might be questionable, but again can catch teams off. You always need a good wild card. Pav rotating right around nicely into defense. Shadows keeping a bit of pressure on, but Pav again. Yeah, I said I was a fan of Shift with how Venom's used. Pav, you can really appreciate the smarts. Very calculated player. Jingo, I haven't had too much interaction with apart from these. Obviously, it's very consistent. You can see him getting those balls in. I do want to get to know him a bit better and see what his skills and stuff are. I'm sure we'll see him pop off a little bit in one of these games and show us what he's made of. Pav again on a calculated defense. He's going to knock it up off the wall, hopefully centered to Jingo here. He gets a nice line on it. Oh, and he gets the goal, so just talking about Jingo there. Obviously in sync with Pav, looking for that midfield pass and gets a lovely goal. Defender comes out, but he's not getting there on time. And actually Jingo knocks it round him rather than over him because he saw him coming in, very calculated, right into the bottom corner. And the corners have been our friends this series so far. The guys know where the goal is and they know the best places to put the ball. And again, we're coming up trumps on the kick-off. Pav gets a nice kick into the middle. Might be dangerous, but Shift left himself far enough back maybe to get the clear here. Unfortunate there, unfortunate. It was a venomous counter-attack there. Sigmide getting the goal. It was a good clear by Cabbage as well. Shift looks like he might have been able to get there potentially. Just bad timing on the landing from his flip that he couldn't get back up quick enough. But again, if they score, it just comes to kickoffs, and we seem to be doing quite well on the kickoffs. So Sincerity's read this one decently well. He's missed it off the ceiling and left himself a bit out of position, so we might be able to take advantage, and advantage we do. This is great because we've been dominating the kickoffs, and this kickoff, they've come out a bit more aggressive, trying to get that read on the pass. Ended up missing them with Gullet, so we're going to leave the enemy in a position where they're probably not confident in kickoffs at all on what they can do. So they get a good ball back there, but I think Jingo is going to win this and knock it back upfield. He does, and he takes the second defender as well, which leaves the goalkeeper on his own. He might be able to take advantage. Jingo knocks it into the middle, back to Shift, a bit high. Defender gets a nice hit. Pav's coming up to keep it in play and keep it away from the counter-attack. There's a nice clear there by Singrid. Sincerity coming in hard. It goes for a bit of a fake. It does him well, but the rotation works. Jingo followed it up there, knocked it back into the middle. So he got the save and then beat one defender and then kept the ball in play by going across the field from the other to TPG. Jingo getting a nice ball upfield. Pav gets the kick across to the back corner, or to the front corner I should say. Sincerity going for a nice aerial out. But he knocks it away from Cabbage, and I think we can see where the difference is between the two teams sometimes at the minute here, being with that consistency communication. Because Shadows, they do look like a very good team, you know, they're very good in the air, they're getting some good hits. The communication just doesn't seem to be on point at the minute, and with our guys communicating and playing as well as they are, it's going to be a difficult combination to fight against. But it was a nice ball up. Jingo gets the calculated save, Sincerity on the follow-up, but not a very good touch as much as he wanted. Shift's going to go up. Would he be able to get the shot here? And he does get the shot, and he gets the goal. That's wonderful. Very proud of our guys. Look there. He could have probably gone for a flip reset if he wanted to, but no need to be flashy. Just get the ball in the back of it. Another kick-off again. Pav following it up as he does. Sigmide gets the pass and playing a nice shot. Almost get the save there. That was a nice play though from Shadows. Singrid down to Sincerity, I believe. Shift, he was in a good position to start with, but he just came in too hot, too fast, too high. And we almost got the rotation round, but it was right in the corner, so it was a nice shot by them in the end. So 3-2 in this game too, best of 5. Jingo knocks it up into the corner. Pav following up, gets a lovely touch back down to Shift, considering he wasn't in a position to go for the shot. Shadows do take advantage. Sincerity go for the bumps, we know what he's like. Jingo going in there. Does well to keep it in their side of the field. A big beam down to our players, so Jingo gets the ball back. Another beam, but he follows the ball up. He might be able to get a second touch. I think he expected the defenders to take an attack there, but he did well to be able to recover. Pav is going to go up for the second touch. Well defended to knock it up, but it's only in the middle of the field, so our guys have still got an attack going, even though they saved the one opportunity. Shift going up high. Does seem to be popping off in the air at the minute. Pav again with the calculated save. Jingo backing up reliably and knocking it back up into field, so not giving Shadows any chance to attack. Shift gets a nice touch to the back corner. Pav keeping the ball in possession. Lovely pass up. Jingo gets a good hit to keep it in the corner. Pav's going to knock it back into him. Oh, he gets the demo. Very calculated demo. Unfortunately, there was another defender coming in. Shadows keeping the rotation hot and tight. Shift missing the ball, but Pav following it up. It could have been calculated from the comms. I wouldn't put it past these guys, even though it looked like a whiff. Sincerity knocks the ball back in off the corner. He's going for a second touch. Pav did well to get the block there, considering if he looked like he got past Pav, he would have scored. Sigmide taking his time there to make sure he got out on target, but not quite enough power on the shot. You can see they're still trying to get the confidence there. If he had a bit more confidence, I'm sure he'd have blasted that one. But the shots have been pretty tame, but they do get one on target and well positioned and gets past the TPG defence to level it up in game 2. Let's see what happens here. Pav did what he could. He almost managed to get down for the 50 or so there. It was unfortunate. Back on the kickoff though, and they have been favourable for us so far. And again, Shift gets the kick down. Jingo goes in for the demo. Should buy Pav some time to keep possession here and keep around the corner. Sincerity goes in for the demo, as he's been doing. Definitely a bit of a wild card. I mean, the bump for their first goal in game 1 worked out, but since then, the demos coming from Sincerity haven't seemed to make too much of an effect, and we get the goal again. And whether that was over aggression with the demos, leaving that back open, it's hard to tell. They're obviously going high risk, high reward, but at 3-3, maybe they should have waited out for overtime and just tried to be a bit more consistent. But as I say, this seems to be where our TPG team is finding the difference in the communications and the calculated aspect of the game in making the right decisions here. And again, Pav goes on the attack. As long as we keep this ball downfield, we should be good to take a game 2. Nice, very well played, TPG. This is Rocket League. Let's do it. Absolutely love it, boys. You're doing really well here. Really, really, really well. And even though that says the series is over, it was accidentally set to best of 3, not a best of 5. So now we, I believe we'll play another game. Oh, hello, Dave. I didn't look at the messages, so I don't know how long you put that. That was the second game. We've won them both, so it could be quite a quick one here. We've just got one more game to go. I'm going to ready up, so they're not waiting on me. And hopefully it will just take us into games. And he said one more. I love it because it's only one more if we win. And that's showing some confidence there. So just let us batter you one more time, Shadows. And then we'll... and that's it. There's no... Maybe a couple more matches. That's what we like. And nice, Dave. Nice. Scrims. Good. I hope you went well for you. I hope you scored a couple goals. It'd be nice to hear if you won all that. But well, you could just stay silent if you didn't win and we won't talk about it. So going into what could be the final game now. We could be going for the best of 5 sweep here. We've won 2 in a row. We've been looking really good for it as well. The first game we did win more than the second game, so Shadows have been getting into the series. But actually, I've still got no doubt with our guys in here. Regardless of Shadow picking it up, I think our guys have got this. They've just been playing too well. And I think they've caught on a little bit to some of the demo plays. Getting even a bit of revenge there. Shift getting the demo on Cabbage. Shift misses it, but that's okay, because Pav's going to get the boost and boom it up. Shift and Jingo can go upfield to try and make some out of it. Jingo gets a nice pass that sends two of the defenders on a panic. But both of those two defenders that I said were panicking managed to get 2 saves in a row, so they did well there. The ball up high in the opponent's half still. Pav's going to come in for it, try and get a nice touch. It was an awkward one, bounced it off the floor for the to try and catch the defenders off, but they got there. Keeping the rotation nice. Shift's going to come back on that. Tried to knock it into Pav. It might have been a bad move in the end, especially with Jingo waiting behind him, but Pav's there to be the safety net and actually get a nice big boom and almost a goal. He's rotating back. We see, I think Pav's going to turn on this one again. Jingo's up there. Shift looks a little bit lost, but oh, what a nice. And I think Pav's last 2 touches were big hits like that. He did a big hit, almost scored. They managed to recoup, knock it back upfield to our players. We took control, and then Pav just did another boomer again, and it looks like they didn't learn the lesson, and this time he gets the goal. So we've had a really, really interesting variety of goals as well here. So definitely not just one-trick ponies, and it's been a mix of solo plays and team plays. As I said, the first game that we played in IGL, there was a lot of connection issues. We ended up losing that series. But if we play them all like this, then we should be in a really good chance to get a good run in this league. Shift coming up for the defense. Gets a nice clear, almost halfway to the field. Pav, as consistent as he always is. Getting that Jingo knowing to back off there because he weren't going to get it. Pav coming into the side after the pass from Shift. Jingo being reliable in the middle, knocking it up into the air because, I mean, both of our players seem to be very capable in the air, and Pav scored another goal there. This is it. This is what I mean. I mean, Pav was scoring from the back. Now he's scoring from the front in the air on the passing plays. And he'll be very proud of himself this game, I'm sure. In fact, all of the guys should be really happy with themselves. They've all played really well. I don't think anyone is dragging the team down at the minute. They're all getting the team plays. They're all getting the good passes up. They're obviously communicating really well. Shift passes it across to Jingo, he gets a nice touch, gives Cabbage the bump to maintain possession. The Shadows double commit there, and the ball goes back to Pav, so he's going to go for another boomer, make sure, put the defence on pressure and keep the ball up their side of the field. Shift now coming off the wall. That was an hard play, but I think it's going to work out. Pav just a little bit too far forward for that one, but he really recovers very well. Sincerity in there again. He looks like he might have stopped on the demos after that last goal. And Shift is taking over on the demo play, showing him how it's done. Pav, nice flick over. Cabbages gets a good hit up, but Jingo's the first one there. And this is it, even when the Shadows players seem to do a nice pass to their players, we seem to be there for the interception most of the time. And again, lovely. That looked like a really good scoring opportunity, but we got the save there again. Shift, is he going to be venomous on his counter-attack? He pops it up, he hits it high. It's a good defense, but it's still in their half. Pav's going to come up and try and recenter that ball. Gets a nice second touch. He pinches a bit too far. He's going to go for the boost still and then leave it for Jingo to knock back in. And I think, yep. So Jingo's, they're obviously in comms. He knew Shift was coming in, so he left that one, moved up. Keep the pressure on. Pav out to Jingo. He keeps it in the air, stops the Shadow attack. Cabbages now. He's going for a little dribble. Pav knocks him down quickly. Another nice centre ball. Shift's waiting for it. They've both gone in. So it wasn't really a counter attack from Shadows, so they get away with it. Again, it looks like some good defending, but our boys are just so much pressure at the minute. And it seems odd because we're always there in defence as well, so it's obviously just really well worked rotation to get around and back for all the shots and then all the saves as well. And again, Shadow, to me, it looks like the communication is struggling a little bit. They definitely don't look like they're communicating as well as our TPG boys. Shift, a nice hit. It might be on target. Two defenders go up. One of them backs out, so he might be there for the save, but the other one misses it. Jingo gets it, Pav on the rebound, and there we go. These boys, they know what to do, and they know how to get that ball in the goal. As I say, they're playing far enough away, but then close enough to come in to clean up. And Pav, I think he's on a hat-trick this game. He's scored all 3 of them. And I do believe he's team captain, so we'll be leading by example there. Okay, Cabbage, it's knocks it out of the corner. Pav coming in for the 50, does well, knocks it into a dangerous middle position. I always forget his name, Singroid. The team colours don't help read the names for Shadows, so apologies if I don't get their names right all the time. Shift getting a good block, keeping it upfield, and keeping the pressure, something we've been doing really well. Have a bit of a whiff there, lets the goal in, but it shouldn't make too much of a difference with 15 seconds left. And I think we can all forgive him for that after scoring the hat-trick. Another kick-off. We've been looking good on kick-offs. Maybe we can get an extra goal to make up for that one let down. Pav, he wins that very cleanly. And he should be able to keep pressure on here. Let Shift knock the ball in. Well, Shift goes for the backwards. I guess there's not much to lose at this point, even though it is technically possible. It is now no longer technically possible. So TPG, we win this series in IGL with a very, very nice performance and a clean sweep. Very, very proud of the guys there. Very proud. That is extraordinary. I need to go into the chat and say hi to these guys. Fucking yeah!
Let's go, dude.
Smashing, man.
Fucking hell, guys. Oh, they're gonna quit Rocket League forever.
That was
really wow there, man. Fucking hell. They didn't have a chance.
Did you like my good first match shots? The demon shots?
Oh,
They're
mate.
fucking brutal.
All of them.
Everyone went in. I'm so happy.
Was it the first? Yeah, the first game. It was what? It was top corner, bottom corner.
that was a race, dude. The first game, that.
Impossible.
Sincerity coming in for the demos like a bloody madman. I'm glad you you got on his number quick enough. He just kept doing them and doing them. And I think it was you, Shift, that you look. You're like, this is how you do it. Well, no, that was.
That's the way, guys.
Shows how if you haven't got the lag issues, because it was. I mean, watching that for me, comms and consistency were our thing there. Like so many times they double committed, they passed it back to us, and then you just got another play off. Where even our defensive passes backwards were straight to our players, and there was always one backing it up. I think that made a massive difference.
What were our mistakes though? Because we got scored on as well.
Well, it's the same thing.
Maybe.
A few double commits, lack of communication, just passing back to them when they shouldn't be, really. But other than that,
No,
it's pretty solid.
We did really well, yeah. I mean, we let some goals in, but they seemed like...
Not the point, though, is it? There's still room for improvement.
Yeah, I think the goals that we let in were
From a
little bit messy.
note.
A little bit of messy goals. I think in general we played really well, and the goals we conceded were just messing up a little bit, but the team play and the comms were all there, I think.
Thank you, man.
And did you get a hat-trick in that last game, Pav, just?
Yeah,
He did. He had a hat-trick in saves and shots.
Yes, boy.
Goals.
I tried to play like a team member. I didn't really try to score everything.
Is that Jingo?
Yep.
Yeah, I could have told that. He was very... That was it, because I was seeing Shift popped off, Pav popped off, and I was like, oh, Jingo's there as well. And then I was looking, I was like, yeah, he's made that pass, yeah, he's made that save, yeah, he's calculated in the right position. The playmaker in the middle.
Let's just upload the photos. I gotta kill the game.
Well, I'll end the recording. I'll upload this straight away. So
Good.
That's
so it's
good.
there if you want to review it as a team or whatever. But I thought it was really good. You should be really proud.
Thanks.
It's,
If you want to? You want to review as a team? Everybody?
And same again next week.
See you soon, man.
Sometime.
Man, did you upload this on YouTube? Or just on Twitch?
No, I'll upload it onto YouTube now. So I'm recording. In fact, I'm still recording. Let me end it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm recording now, and I'm going to upload this to YouTube. I'll send a link out in this group chat afterwards.
Alright. Thank you, man.
Yeah, so I'll end the recording here, just for anyone watching. Hope you enjoyed, and be back for more of TPG Annihilation.
Yeah,
Peace.
thank you.
Peace.
Ciao.